Hello, Flosstube. Um, Elizabeth Martinez at phantastitches here, and this is my update number 289. Today is July 8th. Last week, I was looking at my, I always watch my previous video just to make sure what I talked about, what I, forgot about, whatever, or new things that are coming up, whatever I've done since. Anyway, and last time I think I said, today's July 1st, so I think the 4th of July is Wednesday. Well, obviously it wasn't because I don't know how to count, apparently. It was Tuesday. Monday was the 3rd. Tuesday was the 4th. Anyway, but today is the 8th. It's Saturday. And actually, next week is my sister's birthday, so... But in the meantime, I'm going to have a colonoscopy. Oh, great fun. Yeah. But at least I'm having it before her birthday and not, like on her birthday or something. I remember one time I went to our church in Little Rock. We did like a combined service or something with another church. And they had like a little social, little get-together snack thing afterward. And I couldn't eat anything there because I was having surgery the next day. My mom had come out and Naomi had come out to stay with me for the day of the surgery, and then my mom was going to stay with me afterward. But so to prepare for the surgery, I couldn't have anything to eat, starting at a certain time and so many hours before the surgery, and that included that little reception thing we did. So I was like watching everybody else eat, I think I was able to have something to drink or whatever, but I wasn't able to eat any of the great food that was there. So, but but I'll have all of that over with on Friday, and so Saturday, whatever, I don't know. As far as I know, I don't know what the plans are for Saturday, for the 15th. So, and I think yesterday, the 7th, either yesterday or today, was Ringo Starr's birthday. I know George Harrison's birthday was the 25th of February. I think that was George Harrison. And John Lennon is October 9th, because my birthday's the 10th. And Paul McCartney, I used to know Paul McCartney's birthday. I was a big Beatles fan when I was a kid. And I'm still a fan of their music. But I don't follow them the way I used to. I mean, But yeah, but Ringo's birthday is July 7th or July 7th, I think. And Paul's, I want to say Paul's is in June, but I may be totally making that up. I don't know. Anyway, So anyway, this is the channel about cross stitch, and this is probably going to be a shorter video. Last week was like over an hour, which was, I usually do like 30 to 45 minutes at most, but I had a lot of stuff to talk about last week. This week, I don't. I have, the new WIPGO numbers were announced, and I've just been working on two things so far. My friend Sharon, hi Sharon, has been working on Pandemic, which is one of my lip is, it looks like it's, Pandemic was one of my WIPGO calls for July, and I don't know if she had it as a WIPGO call or she just was working on it, but she had mentioned in a Facebook post, I guess, that she was working on Pandemic, and or had worked on it that day or something like that. And I was like, oh yeah, I got that coming up. So yeah, great minds think alike, I guess. Anyway, so this week I don't have a whole lot. I do have a little semi update for our Etsy shop. The items are not yet in our Etsy shop, but I don't think. But you'll have a chance to get a preview of what they are. They're just needle minders, but they're very nice, very summery, very fun. Excuse me 1 minute. I'm making a mess here. I've got the fan on. I don't know if you can hear it, but I've got the fan on in this because I just got out of the shower. I'm hot. I'm a little hot, and it's hot in here all the time anyway. This is a hot room. So I've got the fan going so I don't melt in front of our very eyes. Okay, it's just channel about cross stitch. Let's talk about cross stitch. Two of my, excuse me, no, one of my WIPGO calls for this month is Blue Elephant, which is a DMC kit that I've got at Joann's probably or something. This little DMC kit. So it comes with the little wooden hoop and white Ada and all the threads, the DMC threads obviously, and a needle and all that. And so I dyed the Ada, just blue color. It's probably a little dark for the elephant, but oops. But I like the way it looks up there. So the elephant is this, this other blue color. So it doesn't stand out quite as much as I kind of wanted it to. But this is a leaf above the elephant. It needs to be backstitched so you can, the veins on it. And the little bird also needs backstitching and a French knot for his eye. But the elephant, I got all this blue-gray color of his body done. And I gave him a fourth leg. If you notice on the, this is a problematic thing. There are a lot of errors in this between the finished model and the chart. There are some differences. One of them is this weird thing. On the chart, there is no fourth leg at all. And this little blurb that's down here, I think that was the model stitcher or somebody's attempt to start a fourth leg, but they never finished it. And this little blurb, like I said, is not on the chart at all. There's nothing on the chart, in this area here. This is just blank. And I don't know why that is. And also, the eye here, on this model, the eye is, there's a few white stitches, and then there's like all the back stitching. It's around the eye and the eyelashes and all that. That's not in the chart at all. And I don't know if these little backstitch lines, I guess they're supposed to be, to help delineate the trunk. I don't know if they're in the chart or not. But in the chart, the eye is just two little diagonal lines, like a little V. Like the elephant's eye is closed, that the way people do that very often. But here in the model, they put white stitches and eyelashes and all that kind of stuff. Well, I don't know where they got that from because that's not in the chart. But anyway, so I penciled in on the chart. I penciled in a fourth leg, just copying some of the stuff from the other legs, and so anyway, I did a great deal of work on this. I guess I started on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So today is the fourth day. I haven't done much stitching on it yet, but so hopefully I can maybe I can finish the elephant body, and all that's around it are like little, these little leaves and flowers and stuff like that. And like this would probably go fast, and and maybe this, but like it's just kind of a lot of stitching, and the leaves are like more stitching than they look like, I guess, or maybe I'm just slow, I don't know. But I'm hoping that I can at least get the elephant itself done, because there's like a few stitches here and there that I need to do, some of the filling here, and there's a dark green color. There's a few empty stitches, like one or two in each of these little green patches there's like a darker green color that I have to do. And around here there's white and that darker green, and some other things like that. So, and then this is all very colorful here. The little, like, this blanket thing that the elephant is wearing, like they do in India. And then, you know, there's, like I said, leaves and stuff all around the elephant. So it's very colorful. But I did dye this fabric myself just so that it wouldn't be plain white, because I don't know. And I don't know if I'm going to finish it in this hoop or not. I may. I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to finish it if I ever get around to it. But anyway, that's the blue elephant. So the blue elephant has a fourth leg now, finally. And it wasn't really that hard to chart. I just, like I said, I just copied one of the other legs, copied the you know, the style of it, and just made it a little shorter so that, you know, to give it a little perspective of the fourth leg and all that. But so at the beginning of the month, on the first to the 4th, I still have a little ways to go. I worked on my cross-stitch camp piece, Noah's Ark 3, Whales and Squirrels. I worked on doing the whales. And so I have a whale. I don't have his eye yet. And there's another whale that goes up here. And I started on the water. I didn't do it all because I wanted to get the whales in before I did all the water. And the flowers, I mean the seaweed, little flowers on the seaweed, I haven't done the centers yet. That's another color. But once I do those, these will be done. And then it's just and then like I said, there's one stitch for this eye and one stitch for that eye, and then the rest of it up till about here is just filling in this color. They're all, I think, Weeks colors. Yeah, they're all Weeks Dye Works colors. And then here in this little frame, there's more of this parchment color, and I don't know if I have any more of it. If I do, I don't know where it is, but I have a little bit. I think it was some kind of a kit or something that came with a bunch of fancy floss colors, because some time ago I made basically little temporary floss drop kind of things. They're just made out of 3x5 cards that I had. And so I just punched some holes in them and wrote whatever the name was on them and stuck these threads in them. So I had like a handful of them, maybe 5. I don't know what project it was from, but like parchment was one of them. I think some color, I think like boysenberry or something like that. All these colors. And so so now they're with my other Weeks colors, but this parchment is this color here, and all I have is that little bit, and I might have enough to finish this whale. I'm hoping that I have enough to finish the whale, and then there's some like little white blurbs. I don't know if I guess they're supposed to be stars, because it's like, snowflakes or something, because it's Christmas time. So these little white things, white snowflake kind of things, are in the water. And then around the edge on the border, there's white in between these purple squares. So, and I don't have this color, which is gunmetal. I think I have it, but if I do, it's in some project. I don't know where it is. So I'm hoping that next weekend, at some point, my sister and I can go to the attic and I can get some more parchment and gunmetal. And like I said, if I can finish this whale with the parchment color that I have, then if this is slightly different looking, it won't make any difference because they'll be separate from the whales. So I'm trying to finish the whales with the thread that I have, and then worry about the rest of it. But so yeah, so I'm partway through. I just stopped because I got to the end of the thread that I was using right there, and I wanted to start on some one of my other WIPGO things. But so once I get the threads, like I said, I can work on the water. This color here, Dove, I think it's called, until I and the center of the flowers, until I get up to the top and need the other colors. But so it's coming along, and with the cross stitch camp pieces, I have until the end of the month to finish it. So if I had to put it off for a while, that's not so bad. And that's really all I've been doing. I worked through until the 4th, on the whales, and starting on Wednesday, I worked on the elephant. And so I have 3 more days, today, tomorrow, and Monday, to work on the elephant, because it's the goal is 6 days. And then I have pandemic and where's the other one? Oh, Hello Pumpkin. I have those to work on for the rest of the month, during the rest of the month, and then my so this one will count as whales will count as one of my new starts, and I want to do Starry Night as my other new start, and I think for my other new start I'm going to do the next in the Year in the Woods thing, which I think is the ferret. And I'm not sure. I think that's number 4 is the ferret, I think. So no, yeah, I think that's right. I don't know. My hair is all fuzzy and weird because like I said, I just got out of the shower, so my hair is all goofy. So that's what I have coming up to work on. I don't know which one I'm going to do next. Probably Hello Pumpkin, maybe. I'll do, partway through into next week. We'll see. I don't know. And I still have all my FOs to do and all that, so excuse me one second. Fresca. It's the sparkling... It's some kind of berry, Fresca. Very good. Anyway. So, the other thing I want to talk about is the needle minders. My sister had talked about, I don't know if you watched our Three Sisters Creative videos, and she probably talked about it at some point, I think, on Eve's, Everyday Artist Eve, on her channel, Everyday Artist. But some time ago, she bought had some military charms that she wanted to make into needle minders, or she bought some patriotic charms, I guess they're patriotic, and she used them. She made a couple needle minders, and I think she also used them on project bags and stuff that were in the Etsy shop. But she had some left over, and she was wanting to use these eagles for a scissor fob. But if you look at the eagle, it's flying, right? So the way it's flying, you see one shorter wing and one longer wing, just because of the perspective, right? Well, the problem is with the thing here with the center of gravity, it pulls it, like this way or something, because of the different wing sizes, or maybe it's this way. I don't know, but it kind of looks a little weird as a needle minder. It tilts up. Excuse me, I have hiccups. But I mean, as a scissor fob, the weight distribution is funky, makes it, you know. But as a scissor fob, I can't speak English. As a scissor fob, it looks weird. As a needle minder, it's fine, because the wing length doesn't matter. It just has a magnet in the back, and you know, and so we have 2 of these. It'll be in the Etsy shop. If they're, I don't think they're in there yet, you know, because we haven't taken pictures and all that, supposed to. But there's the eagles. It'll be in there. And then she had purchased some charms that were fruit, because if you look at the Etsy shop now, the bags I talked about last time, there's a lemon bag and a citrus bag. Well, there was a citrus bag. It's already been purchased. One of our good repeat customers snatched it up. But so she had bought these fruit charms for those bags, and had many left over, and she'll probably use some in future bags. But she encouraged me to go ahead and make some needle minders out of some of the ones we have, because you know, she figured she will probably not make bags to go with them or whatever. So anyway, so here's an apple slice, a couple of those, and then a watermelon slice. I guess it goes like this if you were wearing it as a pendant. But anyway, it's a watermelon slice. Ooh. And a strawberry slice. And a lemon. I think I had made a lemon one that someone purchased, so I made another one. And this one is, I believe, a grapefruit. Or an orange. I don't know. I can't tell the color. Uh-oh. I'll get it in a second. And then a cucumber. It wants to attach itself to my notebook. A cucumber, if I can get it there. A cucumber slice. So there's a couple of those. Yeah. So, hold on one second. Sorry. I wanted to get that off of the floor before the dog found it. Anyway, so like I said, those needle minders, except for the lemon, I think the lemon is on the Etsy shop because we had that already. But the other ones are new, and so they're not in the shop yet, but they will be soon. So keep your eye peeled and keep looking for those. Yeah, so, and I'll link the Etsy shop below. 3 Sisters Creative, the number 3, and the word Sisters Creative. It's in the link will be below, for that. So I think that's all I've got going on this week. So this is very short. Last week was very long. This week is very short. But like I said, I think I want to do some more on that blue elephant and get it as close to finished as possible, if not finished, in the 3 more days I have to work on it. And then move on to something else. And hopefully I can finish that whales, at least to the point where, you know, until I need more, to have a chance to go get some more threads. So that is all I have this week, I think. And we'll see where we are next week with all that stuff going on. I hope you all had a great 4th of July, and hope you're not too hot this summer. The pool was great. Got in the pool, and you know, we're able to you know, play around in there for a while. The only thing is, like, our next door neighbor our next door neighbor's palm tree is, you know, you have to like keep them trimmed and keep them like they go to seed, you know, and so you have to trim off those seedy fronds, you know, so that you don't drop palm tree seeds everywhere. And the problem is that our next door neighbor, I don't know if they've had some kind of health crisis or something. The lady that lives next door was always very nice to my dad, and you know they talked a lot and stuff like that. And the other day, a few weeks ago, I guess, I don't know. My sister and I were going somewhere, and we had to wait because they had like a rescue vehicles there, you know, and for at first they were kind of blocking our driveway, and this guy came out and you know was able to move, you know, but you know so they obviously had some kind of emergency services there, and apparently I think the woman's daughter came by to, you know, and so I don't know what's going on over there, some kind of health issue or whatever, but you know, so you know, we wouldn't, you know, go next door and bug them about the palm trees. It's a minor thing, but like I noticed, I went, I guess the next day after the 4th, I went out in the backyard the next day. And I was, you know, cleaning up some stuff there, and I noticed that, you know, there was a lot of palm tree, you know, seed debris in the pool. And you know, it's just one of those things. Fortunately, there wasn't, you know, it didn't like, you know, wasn't a lot of it while we were in the pool on the 4th. But yeah, it's, you know, so the palm tree is like, you know, dropping seeds and stuff, you know, over the wall into our yard. But you know, it's a minor thing, just something I had noticed. But so anyway. But we had a great time on the 4th, and except I guess later that night, you know, Eve had gone back to take care of that gentleman, and I guess Rob had gone out with his friends, had gone to his friend's house, and so I was, you know, there at home by myself, and I guess we had already fed the little dog, and she had gone out and gone to the bathroom. And it was actually, you know, pretty quiet in the evening. There wasn't like a lot of firecrackers booming off or anything like that. But so later on at night, it was, I guess it was before 9, you know, later on that night, though I was in the house by myself, and had most of the lights off, I guess, because I was just in my room with the cats. And all of a sudden there's boom, you know, this horrible sound, just, you know, and the cats are like freaking out. But the dog didn't bark or anything. I stopped and waited to see if the dog would you know, bark at the noise or whatever. But she didn't, you know, bark or fuss or anything like that. So I thought, well, I guess she's okay. And she didn't make, you know, there was a few more, you know, booms that went on that night. And I think somebody was like setting off some like little black cat kind of, you know, those little, you know, firecrackers that you hear. I guess they're in the street in front of our house. It's hard for me because I can't hear out of my right ear. I don't hear anything. So, you know, I don't have a good directional hearing. Everything sounds, you know, but I had my window open a little bit, so you know you could hear like just every once in a while some really loud boom, deep boom, and like, you know, they were setting off M80s or something like that. Not the regular firecracker sounds that you normally hear, but this big booms every once in a while. So there were, I don't know, 2 or 3 of those, and some other noises. And so, but like I said, the dog didn't bark or whine or anything like that. I didn't, you know, hear her because I was listening for it, and she didn't. But my nephew said that apparently she, like, you know, peed in his bathroom, you know, so she must have gotten scared or something. Poor little dog. But otherwise, otherwise it was pretty uneventful. My cats looked very concerned at the big booms, but they didn't run and hide or anything like that. So anyway, so I think that's it. That's it. Sorry. um, I maybe I'll finish my cross stitch camp piece by the end of the month, and I have a lot to do. But I have a lot of time to do because my goals are like only 6 days on each one. So I'm hoping that if I can stick to the 6 days, and I have a lot of FFOs to do. All those little smalls are gonna be challenging just because it's a lot to do. And I'm not very, even though I've been put, that's why one of the reasons I put them on my WIPGO chart is to sort of push myself to do them, because otherwise I end up with, I have a bag full of things that I've stitched that I haven't done anything with, and so I'm hoping to at least push myself to do at least the smaller things that they're not all gigantic projects like some people have. So yeah, anyway, so that's 30 minutes. I will see you next week, and we'll see where we are, how we've gotten along, how much more we have to do. All right, and I'll see you next time. Bye.